I'm Darren Rovell, and welcome to Fade Rovell, presented by BetMGM, where I, a noted square, go up against a bunch of sharps who try to fade me. Our experts are Action Network analysts Chris Raybon and Stuckey, and we are here in the Action Network studio in New York for the wild card weekend to preview the first round of the playoffs. But first, we want to remind you that this show, Fade Rovell, is presented by BetMGM, and they have an incredible offer for first-time users. Just sign up now using the code ACTION, and you'll get a completely risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's right, use the code ACTION, and your first bet is on BetMGM. Let's get to it. The Buffalo Bills, 13.5-point favorites against the Miami Dolphins. I get why everyone thinks that this is going to be a blowout. I get why it's 13.5. When Tua isn't playing, the Dolphins are 9 points, generate 9 points less. I get it. Skylar Thompson has never played in freezing temperatures. But I like the key number here, 14. I'm going to push it past it, 14.5 at minus 140. So I like Dolphins 14.5. That's just a lot of points. I get Josh Allen. He's going to make a mistake. You know that. I don't think this is going to be the blowout that people think it's going to be. I think the Bills will win, but not by more than 2 touchdowns, right?
I don't like it. I mean, you're paying 30 cents of juice for the
But
game
I bet
not
a lot of
landing.
money, though.
But you're paying for it not landing on 14. It's essentially what you're doing, because the number is 13.5. You're buying up to 14.5, and you're paying an extra 30 cents. That just doesn't add up to the probability that it lands on 14. Yes, it's a key number, but you still have to look at the probability that it lands on 14. That's too much juice. Just take the 13.5.
Stuckey.
Yeah, mathematically, you don't want to pay more than, if it's true 13.5 with a lower total, you don't want to pay more than minus 135 here. This isn't as bad as your Dolphins. Yeah, I mean, what was the bet you made with the 49ers
Seahawks.
Bet down to 7? That was horrendous.
All right, you like the Dolphins here, it seems like.
No, I don't. But this isn't as bad as that. But you just got to get out of the habit of buying points. You're going to lose money over the long run. It's just you're just trying to avoid you're trying to avoid regret. And these are just all emotional and cognitive biases that really cost bettors. Like, yeah, it might land 14. You're going to say hooray, and then if you bet 13.5 and it landed 14, you're going to say I should have thought a point. Yeah, that's always going to happen. But over the long run, it's not going to make sense at these prices. Sometimes with a 3, depending on the price you get, that's when it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, the Dolphins are either going to find a way to run the ball, control the clock, get some turnovers, and stay in this, or they're going to get blown out of the water. I mean, they have offensive line injuries. They're playing with a rookie quarterback. Their defense is banged up. If the Bills jump out here at home, and look, the track record of quarterbacks in their first playoff start against experienced quarterbacks is horrendous, about 28% against the spread over the past 25 years. If Skylar Thompson, did you just see him last week? If he has to throw and Miami has to play from behind, this thing is going to snowball fast, and nobody creates margin and blows out games like the Buffalo Bills. What is it? No one circles the wagon, I should say, like the Buffalo Bills.
You're not going to need that 1 point, whether it's 13 or 14.
Yeah. And if you're down 21, you're going to say, oh, yeah, I can get a backdoor here. It's not worth it, and I don't like the Dolphins. I think this is Bills or nothing.
Okay.
Fade Rovell again.
When it lands on 14, I will jump through a table, reminding you that I am the ultimate square, and that's why it goes down the way it does. That's going to do it for another edition of Fade Rovell, presented by BetMGM. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see other NFL wildcard picks this weekend, and let us know if you are with the Sharps, fading me, or loving me.